Christmas is a couple days away, and I hope that you guys have been behaving this year. And if so, Santa should get you what you want. And I hope what you want is this new iPad mini 7 that I've just been enjoying for the past couple of weeks. I recently did a video on unboxing and setting up the new iPad mini 7. I had mentioned that I'm coming from the 2018 11-inch iPad Pro. And I have no reasons to ever go back to the 11-inch, the 12.9-inch, or any other inch for that matter. I believe that the iPad mini is the perfect iPad for most people. And I say most people because I think what I've noticed is folks try to use the iPad for things that tablets shouldn't be used for. So for example, I know myself, so I'm guilty of this, trying to turn the iPad into a dedicated computer. And while it can achieve most tasks, it falls when you really need it the most. So in my case, it fell short when it came to computer programming. You just cannot launch up a RStudio or VS Code on an iPad. There's some workarounds. Maybe you can do Google Colab or try to, just band-aid some solutions together. But if you have to do all that, if you have to do the most to try to get it to work the way you want it to work, I think that's a good indication that you're trying to do or use it for something that it wasn't created for. So what was it created for? I think a majority of people just using an iPad for two things. They're watching videos, whether that be YouTube or streaming on Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, whatever the case is, and they're browsing the web, maybe looking up what they want for Christmas. So those are the two things that most people are using an iPad for. Obviously you can listen to music on it, but I think that a lot of people are using their iPhone, if we're being honest, for that. But let me know, do you listen to music on your iPad or do you just pull up your phone? I think the reason why most people don't use their iPad for music is because when you leave the house or you're at the gym, you're not going to be connected to your iPad for music switching and all of that good stuff. So those are my opinion on what I think folks are using the iPad for. Now, in order to get the most out of your iPad without doing too much, this is the theme of this video today. How can we not do too much? Because a lot of people, they be doing the most, right? I think that the iPad should take a minimalistic approach in your life. And so how do we get there? How do we use this iPad, get a lot of value, get a lot of benefit without doing the most? So these are some things that you need based on what I found useful and helping me get the most out of my iPad. We're gonna start with a case. I'm using this one from Apple. It's the Smart Folio. I enjoy it. It doesn't protect the iPad mini, and I'm okay with that because let's be honest, I don't need protection when it comes to this. It's either on the counter, on my desk, or in bed with me. So I'm not really worried about, dropping it down a couple flights of stairs or anything like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I completely understand that some people might be dropping their iPad down a couple flights of stairs. I just buy tech based on how I've used previous or similar techs in the past. I haven't dropped older versions of the iPad down a flight of stairs, so I don't intend on dropping this one down a flight of stairs either, but maybe I'm wrong. But the point here is I like this because I don't like when cases are too thick. I want a really nice, simple, minimalistic case, and it doesn't get any better than this. I do think the price is a little crazy because I believe it's 60 American dollars for this, and you're not really getting much. But what you do get is the ability to unlock your iPad, or I shouldn't even say unlock, wake your iPad up whenever you pull the sheet back. So you get that. You get some viewing angles, which is important. So you can stand it up like there. If you're doing artistic things, I am not an artist, but if you're doing artistic things, you can have it like that and, do your drawing. And I really like the Smart Folio for that purpose. And that's why I think that it is a must-have accessory, I think. I recommend the one from Apple. I really like the way it feels. I like the color colors that they offer for this year. There's some cheaper alternatives on Amazon, but what I found with going the Amazon route oftentimes is I have to eventually go back and purchase the Apple version because Apple just knows how to make products, and it makes sense. They make the product that you're buying accessories for. So that's number one. Love the Smart Folio case for the iPad mini. Can't live without it. Number two is the Apple Pencil. And I guess I should show you the boxes that these come in. So the Apple Pencil Pro comes in a box like this, and I love it. I never thought I would love it. And the reason why, I don't know, I was a little bit hesitant on purchasing it, mainly because I've already had the previous Apple Pencil and I wasn't convinced that the newer Apple Pencil Pro was going to be much of a difference. But I must say it's a nice little upgrade in just the way Apple normally does it. They change a little things, and those little changes just make the user experience so much greater. So some of the changes that they've made, I'll go ahead and demonstrate those changes. Not all the changes, but just the ones that I care about. So number one, you get to write, we already know that. But when you double tap the pencil, you get some options. You get to change from eraser. So I can erase what I just drew. You can switch back, change to a different tool maybe. I don't even know. I have to explore that one. Let's erase that one. That was interesting. Change your colors. You can also hover around. So it's beautiful. It's a pencil. It does the same thing that the old one did. But one thing I do like about the new one is you don't have to touch different parts of the screen to change between tools. I like that you can just double tap. It has a little haptic whenever you do. Something that I was thinking about, now I don't know if it's a good or bad idea, but sometimes you're browsing the web, you're using your Apple Pencil. It would be nice to have a zoom, something like it would still look just like the Apple Pencil, but similar to the AirPods Pros, where you can slide to turn the volume up and down. It would be nice to slide and you can zoom in and out, whether you're trying to get really close to a drawing or you're trying to expand something on, whenever you're browsing the web. But that's the Apple Pencil. Let me know, are you guys interested in if I do a future video on how I use the Apple Pencil and things like that? And mainly not even how I use the Apple Pencil, but how I get the most out of the Apple Pencil paired with Apple Notes. Let me know if that's interest to you guys, and I'll take care of it in a future video. So number one is the Smart Folio. Number two is the pencil. Those are the must-have things I think every Apple user, every iPad user, I mean, should have. What is the third one? The third one, I don't know if you guys can see it on here, but if you noticed, I was able to write on the iPad, and it has a very, let me change to this. It has a very smooth paper-like feel. And the reason for that is, as you might have guessed, I'm using a Paperlike screen protector. It's expensive, comes in at $50, but I think it's $50 that you guys will enjoy. So it's 8.3 inches for the iPad mini. The difference between this one and the older Paperlike is this one is manufactured in Switzerland, so that's cool. But it does what the old one used to do. You get to write and draw with greater accuracy. Perfect for folks who are using the iPad mini for drawing. You do get, I don't know about these other stuff, improve endurance and reduce muscle fatigue. I don't know about all that. Protect your screen from scuffs and scratches. Of course it does that because that's what screen protectors are made for. But the biggest, I don't know why this is for not one, but the biggest reason why you need a Paperlike screen protector is because you get to enjoy the feel of paper on a digital environment. And by digital environment, they mean on your iPad. It reduces glare and things like that. It gives your iPad a nice matte-like feel to it. So if you can, it doesn't feel like you're writing on glass. It has a nice, matte finish, which I love. So that is the three must-have accessories. Now, there's some notable mentions, and notable, you cannot, and I repeat, you just cannot have an iPad and not have some AirPods to go with it. So the AirPod Pros, they work. They do what they're supposed to do. They're getting even better now with built-in hearing aid for folks who need that feature. And it's just great. Listen to music, noise cancellation is great. You gotta have some AirPods. The other thing that you will need to have is some USB-C charging cables. I recently did a video on the must-have everyday USB-C accessories, and this made the cut, and it's gonna continue to make the cut. So USB-C, I really love USB-C because it just works for everything. You can use it to charge your AirPods, which is great, and the same charger you can use to charge your iPad mini. Love USB-C. It's something that they should have went with a long time ago, but better late than never. So those are the accessories that I think everyone needs for their iPad. Notice that if you think about it, I have the screen protector, I have the pencil, I have the folio case, and I have the AirPods, and then a little, USB-C charging cable, and that's it. Look how minimalistic this setup is. For this setup, I can consume content. I can, keep in touch with folks near and far. I can browse the web. I can, upload YouTube videos, whatever the case is, in a nice, simple setup. And if, as you guessed it, it's not doing too much. I think, yes, you can attach a SSD drive. You can attach an external hard drive to it because of the USB-C capability. I don't think most people need to do that. So that's why I did not include that in this video, because unless you're a YouTube creator or you're saving a lot of files, you don't need to use it like that. And because I think that, I think that folks are trying to use the iPad for something that it wasn't intended. You can attach an external keyboard, but I find that because of the 8.3 inches on the iPad, I don't even let's open up a note real quick. I find that obviously when this is on, it makes it a little bit tricky, but you can just take it off. But when it's like this, you can type just fine. This is very comfortable for me. I can use it just the same way I would use a phone. I would even make the argument that whenever Apple decides to launch the fold-in iPhone, when you unfold that iPhone, it's gonna be the same dimensions as the iPad mini, because it's just the perfect form factor to get most of the things done. So I make mention of this because yes, you can attach an external keyboard, but the current on-screen keyboard works just fine and you can reach all the keys. Granted, I do have larger hands, but I think even for someone with an okay, hand size, they should be able to get it done. Even when you turn it horizontal, you can still reach everything just fine. So I don't know. You don't need an external keyboard. If you want one, you can get one. I'm not stopping you. However, again, I think we should stick to the accessories that we know we for sure need and nothing that's doing too much. Same thing with the mouse. Yes, you can attach a Bluetooth mouse to it, but again, like I said, most people are just going to be consuming content. And shout out to, what is this, 9 to 5 Mac. There's this video that I plan to watch later. But yeah, you can scroll similar to how you would do with a mouse. And there's really no need to attach an external mouse and do all that extraness and start doing too much. But yeah. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts. This is the iPad mini 7. These are the must-have accessories that I think folks need. You do need a pair of AirPods. You do need something to charge it with, preferably something to protect it a little bit with a case. You do need that Paperlike screen protector because trust me, don't go on Amazon paying $10 or $9.99 for one of those cheap glass tempered screen protectors. Get a Paperlike. It's about $45. You do get two. And I don't know. I do have a second Paperlike. If anyone is interested, I'll do a little giveaway. I will give away the second one so that way you guys can further justify the cost. So there you have it. Drop a, what type of emoji? Drop a dolphin in the chat if you would like the second Paperlike screen protector that I'm not gonna use, and I'll send this off to you guys. So there's that. There's a little giveaway. It's Christmas. Be merry. These are the accessories that I'm using to get the most out of my iPad mini. Love the pencil, love the screen protector, love the iPad mini in general. I've just been enjoying, I take it everywhere. I slip it in my pocket, I slip it in my little kangaroo pouch thing in my jacket, put it in my crossbody bag, and I take it everywhere that I go. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it brought a lot of value and gives you some insights into really what you need, because it can get really overwhelming. You buy a new iPad, what do I need? What do you really need? So I hope this video helped you guys understand what you really need. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.